Jack, working on a story on Ty Freifogel, and I know obviously Mike had a really good connection with him, and you hooked up with him a few times in the Wisconsin game. What's it like to have that kind of receiver where if you kind of throw it up and challenge coverage, he's going to go get it?
It's great. It makes my life a whole lot easier. Ty Fry is a special player, and, I'm really looking forward to just making some plays with him this game and having some fun.
We'll go Sammy Jacobs and then Zach.
Good afternoon, Jack. You got your first start at Wisconsin, and you've had a month off. How has that been, processing what you learned at Wisconsin, taking from that game, applying it to practice, and how has that helped your development? And is there anything that you feel like you've improved a lot on during this time away from, the game of football, but just practices?
Yeah, I think that game has helped me improve so much and gain so much confidence as anyone would really say. Now it's not really about, it's first start or, hey, now it's time to get your feet wet. Now it's just kind of playing football, right? Now it's just improving from that game, prepping for Ole Miss, and just going and play football.
Zach and then John.
I guess, Jack, it's sort of in that vein. What's it been like for you maybe prepping for this game? We've talked to you a lot of different times about your journey in terms of, going to Utah, transferring, kind of going through all the stuff that comes with that. Just what's it been like, especially, I guess, since you guys were able to get back onto the field and practice? I know the shutdown was probably a little bit weird for everybody, but just getting into kind of this sense of normalcy, knowing you got a big game coming up and you're QB1 for it.
Yeah, I think these past couple of weeks have been great for us to get back on the field, get all the guys reps, play football and have fun with the boys and get back into it. I can say we're itching to play. It's been we've been prepping for a while, so I feel like we're just ready to play at this point, and guys are ready to go. So,
John and then Rick.
Coach Allen was talking about just even having a conversation with you guys about playing the bowl game just because he wanted to make sure he got your guys' input. I mean, you were at the Gator Bowl last year. How much do you have a sense of how much this game really means? I mean, in terms of just winning a bowl game and going out on a good note, with this squad.
Yeah. So winning a bowl game here is super important for us. And I feel like for almost all of us, it was never a doubt in our mind. We want to play for Indiana. We want to win this bowl game and finish off the season strong.
Rick?
Yeah, Jack, you were there last year in Jacksonville, in the game you guys were ahead with, 5.5 minutes to go, and it didn't turn out to be a win. What do you remember about the ending of that game, and how much of a part was it in terms of what this team's been able to do this season?
I definitely think it's a motivating factor, right? It's definitely pushed us to be better and grow, and now we're really looking at this bowl game opportunity as, just an opportunity to go win for Indiana. It's been, 29 years, something like that, since we've got a bowl win, and we are fighting, doing everything we can to make sure we're in the best possible situation for Saturday and win.
Kevin? You're on mute, Kevin.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Am I fine?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Eddie, I know there were a lot of people obviously in and out during the layoff, but when guys got healthy, was there anything extra you did in terms of timing, throwing to receivers and so forth during this break to kind of, stay sharp?
Yeah, of course. Guys were kind of filtering back in, coming back from COVID, and we're throwing before, after practice, on the weekends, whenever we really have free time. And there's not really any school right now, so no Kelly, no no Spia for anybody. So we're all just football.
John?
Coach Allen was talking about you just being a film watcher. I know going into the Wisconsin game, just being worried about you getting sleep because you thought you were going to watch so much film. I mean, have you just watched the Wisconsin game over and over and over again, or what have you done in terms of film watching, given that you just had one game, or watching a lot of Ole Miss defense? I mean, I guess, what have you done film-wise?
Yeah, so for me, I kind of try and, prep for prepping. I do watch a ton of film for the opponent. But after the game, I watch the game with Coach Sheridan, the quarterbacks, by myself maybe one time. I take all the improvements from my notebook, go over them every single morning, before practice, and then it kind of just move on to the next opponent, right? It's just kind of want to know for this whole team and myself. But for preparation, it's just nonstop for all the guys. I know we're watching, like I said, we don't really have any school, so it's just hours of film prep, just applying that into practice, and just going to have fun.
Back to Rick.
Yeah, Jack, the fact that you did get to play one game on the road at Wisconsin, a good defense, and led Indiana to a victory, has it given you a little bit more confidence? Are you a little bit more relaxed than you were before that last game? And do you think, I don't know if the playbook will open up some, but will we see some things maybe we didn't see in the first game?
Yeah, so for me, I feel like, even coming into that game, I was super confident, and I wasn't really nervous just because the preparation and the faith and the confidence I have in this team, right? It's playing football, and we're going to do whatever we can against that opponent, what fits best against that opponent to win, right? So whatever that may be for this game is going to happen, and we're going to go out and fight and, do whatever it takes to win.
Sammy?
Jack, going back to John's question on preparation, how do you avoid preparing too much and that paralysis by analysis on there? Is there a trick that you have for doing that?
I think that's a great question, because a lot of the time, people can over prep and start overthinking things. So I think that's a great question. For me, I go over it to the point where I kind of have, it's like muscle memory, but mentally, right? So if I see it in practice and it's just like, okay, yep, perfect, muscle memory, mentally in my head, then I'm good on it. And I'll just rep it, going over like in the walkthroughs and stuff. But if maybe there's a little mistake here and there in practice with the rep, I'll go back to the film, I'll go over it until it becomes, as I said, muscle memory.
Dylan?
Hey, Jack, this will be the first time you guys are going to play, I guess, in front of just more than family members. Have you piped in any crowd noise in practices? And I know, some of the guys are obviously from Florida. So I guess just how excited is kind of the team to, play in front of fans that have probably been itching to see you guys play this year?
Yeah, I think we're super excited to see some family, some friends, and just kind of play in a cool atmosphere. I don't think the stadium's going to be full. I know there's a couple games last year. I think it was Michigan State or I can't remember the other game, but those were pretty loud. So we're not too worried about crowd noise, and hopefully, most of the fans there are for us, right? Since we do have a lot of family down there.
All right. Thank you, Jack.
All right. Thank you, guys. Elio.